Hello everybody, my name is Josh. Welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac. This is episode 33 in this ongoing series. We're currently at 7 mom kills, 114 items. We still have 18 secrets left to get. We got the Necronomicon in the last episode, so we'll probably end up getting the Necronomicon at the start of this episode. We're going to go with Eve, who is a tough character really to get a good run going with. I've still yet to beat the game as Eve. She's one of the harder characters to play as, without a doubt. So the big thing with Eve, of course, is that she has next to no damage to start off with. It's really a good idea to get some damage ups going pretty quickly with Eve, as it can just be really annoying to get it going. Eve is very much a has a playstyle that requires basically risk-reward gameplay. Anyway, we got a nice heart to start off with as our first item of the run. A nice item. Very nice item to start off with. Let's find this item room in this first basement level. Really, the only thing that Eve really has is a decent speed to start off with. She's got above average speed, which basically means she's pretty good to start off with. Pretty good to start off with. Alright, so we got the Necronomicon at the end of the last episode, so we're going to get it here for the first time. And I forgot what the Necronomicon actually does, but we'll test it out when we go in the boss room, because I feel the boss room is probably the best place to test the Necronomicon. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see how this run goes. I really want this run to go really, really well. Getting just started with Eve is really difficult, I find. She's probably the hardest character to really get a good run going with. She's very much a risk-reward type of gameplay. I think about, alright, we got some pills. Right, okay, we got some killed speed straight off the bat. Let's see if we can get some stuff. That wasn't the secret room, right, okay, interesting. So let's check out our boss. Who we got first? Monstro? Alright. So the Necronomicon does damage to everything in the room. So it's basically a screen nuke, really, if you really think about it well. So Monstro, of course, being our first boss of the run. I got hit by a big one there. Dead Bird's not doing much for me right now. So the other item that Eve has, we haven't seen it yet, but we'll probably see it eventually, the Whore of Babylon, basically makes it so that she becomes really, really powerful. But she'll only become really, really powerful if she's got half a red heart left. She needs to be almost dead for the Necronomicon she needs to be almost dead for the Whore of Babylon to really actually take effect. Anyway, we got some heals, that increases our range. Besides that, not really much to say here. Moving on to basement 2. So we're getting a lot of bombs this time around. It's like the opposite of the run we did yesterday. Alright. Yeah, as I said, that's like the opposite of what we were getting yesterday. We're getting a lot of keys yesterday, but not a lot of bombs. This time we're getting a lot of bombs, and that was our first key right there in basement 2. Alright. So yes, the hardest part of getting Eve is that she's just going to take a while to take care of enemies to start off her run. She also only has 2 hearts of health to start off with as well. Figure out the best way to deal with this. I Can get Small Rock though, that's a nice upgrade to get. It decreases my speed, unfortunately, which hurts me against Sloth, but it increased my damage output, so that's pretty good to get. Basically just need to stay away from Sloth. Sloth isn't overly hard. Bob's Rotten Head is basically a free bomb, but not really worth it, I'd say. The only problem with getting the Small Rock to start off with is that we're a lot slower now than we were at the start of the game. So the big draw of Eve is now gone. But that means I can clear out rooms a bit easier. A bit more like Judas now, actually, I think. We're at Isaac level. No, that's not... No, back. We're at Isaac level now, actually, in terms of attack. So having that in terms of attack at the end of Bay in the Basement is pretty good, actually. So. Fleamen are really weird sometimes in that they can just completely blow up randomly as well. Like, they don't really have a set wind-up time or anything. No hearts from there. Right, okay. We're in a good spot right now. 1 heart going into nearing the end of Basement 2. Alright, so this is a Horror Babylon. It makes it much easier to attack enemies, but it also makes Eve very, very fragile. But it makes you really powerful, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And you're pretty much always in this form anyway. Game Kid's probably better than Necronomicon, actually. You're pretty much going to be stuck in this form until you get hearts anyway. But it makes you really powerful in comparison to... But you're now also really fragile. That's the main thing. 1 hit and you're dead. The run's over. So, as I said, Eve. Very risk-reward type of gameplay. But she can be worth it, considering that we're still in Horror Babylon mode, and you'll still be in Horror Babylon mode until... So that was an easy win right there. We'll get some lipstick, increase my range. Game Kid made that boss completely trivial. Okay, we got Krampus. Right, okay. Krampus has 2 attacks. He telegraphs both of them. I don't really use Game Kit for Krampus. Ow. So, he makes a different sound depending on what attack he's going to do. Okay, we got Curse Mode. We got Krampus in Basement 2, and we died. We're gonna give this another go. Jesus Christ. Eve can be really, really hard to get a good run going with. Doctor's Remote? Okay. That basically produces a bomb sort of thing. Yeah, Eve can be really hard to just get a run going with. You really got to get good item luck with Eve to even have a chance, really, because it just becomes really difficult to do anything efficiently. Pills, oh god damn it, this run's going to go haywire very quickly as well. My item luck is exceptional so far. Eve is, I'd say, probably the hardest character that I've unlocked so far that can even to try and win the game with. She's just got, like, really, the only redeeming quality is her speed. That's... Anyone wondering why everything's white right now? Flash games are great. And if anyone then know, yes, the original Binding of Isaac is a Flash game. There is Rebirth, and I do plan on playing Rebirth. Not immediately, but I do plan on playing Rebirth. I'm curious what a health down pill would do if I had 0 hearts. So, Eve is so dangerous right now, simply because I have such low health. But her risk-reward gameplay makes her kind of, I guess, interesting to play. Oh god, that grandfather... Eve is so weak that black flies take 2 hits to defeat. That's how weak Eve is, just naturally, starting off. If you can't take care of flies efficiently, then there's something wrong. Look at that. Look at that. I think it's 4 hits for the grandfather flies as well. That's the hardest part about Eve. Just, you know, getting the run started. All that for nothing. Wow, okay. And there's 2 chests that I could possibly grab, but I'm not going to, because I kind of want to save this key for the item room on basement 2 as well. Hopefully we can get something good from that. King of the... right, okay. We got a big King of the Flies. Eve is... this is also an exceptional run. So we're now in Horror Babylon mode. King of the Flies is a great boss to get to start off with Eve of all characters. I am being surrounded. Okay, well, at least we made it through. I really want that health. Wooden spoon, more speed. Alright, we're off to a great start in this run. See, this is the problem with speed and the problem with Eve in general. Eve is just really hard to use. She's so far the hardest character to play the game with. I don't think I've gotten very far in any of my Eve runs so far. Pretty much requires playing. You pretty much have to make a choice. Do you want extra attack but have no health, or do you want to keep your health but, you know, keep your health but have no attack? That's the kind of decisions you have to make when you're playing with Eve. And it's scary being in Horror Babylon mode, especially with a speed up as well, because you just become harder to use, and you don't want to have overly much speed either. You kind of just want to have a normal amount of speed. The Fool just takes you back to the first screen. Not very useful. So I use it so I can explore this side of the map. That run, that's a... Eve, 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 Eve! Please give me a good run to start off with. The opposite of Eve is like Judas, who has exceptional attack to start off with, but, you know, is next to nothing with everything else. And like the small rock gives you damage, and I got a health down on the last run. I haven't made it out of the basement in any of these runs. How hard is it to get out of the basement? Honestly, like seriously, it's not overly that hard to get out of the basement, yet I haven't gotten out of the basement in any of these runs. Eve is such a hard character to use because her main attribute is speed, which is like cool, but I don't really care. Like, speed's sort of like the last thing you really want to have a good amount of. Like, obviously you want to have a decent amount of speed, but like effectively using it is another thing altogether. And if you're too fast, you could probably find yourself running into enemies more often than dodging them. So speed is very much a subjective idea, what you would rather use in this type of game. A rather decently sized basement one. And just Eve being so weak as well from the get-go. Like, she's weaker than Maggie, even. Although, to be fair, no. Cain. She's weaker than Isaac and Maggie, and they have a 2-base startup attack. So, like, you know, it becomes really, really hard to use Eve. And again, to effectively use Eve, you need to take damage. And sometimes the dead bird does nothing. Like, dead bird's out, you can attack things, so why aren't you attacking things? Anyway. Now, I believe I saw a tinted rock in one of these rooms. I did. Right here. A couple spirit hearts and a nickel. Nice. So let's see what this boss round we have to do this time. Monstro, alright. Monstro is at least doable with Eve. And yes, there are items that you can get for beating Mom's heart with Eve. Which is probably the hardest one of the beat the game item varieties. Also just, you know, Spelunker Boy and whatnot, but we've already discussed about how much I don't like those achievements, so we can discuss how much beating the game with Eve is going to be a chore more than anything. Look at how much damage I'm doing to Monstro. Like, I've barely taken out half of his health. She's a hard character to use, because she's very much risk-reward. You've got to take damage to really effectively use her, but you don't really want to take damage either, because, you know, that's taking damage. The dead bird would probably make quicker work of Monstro than this I am right now. But overall, like, still a fun game. Still an enjoyable character, not the greatest character, obviously. Look at that. He's got no health. Oh boy, we took the knife speed up again. Helpful. Another item room right away. What have we got? The inner eye, triple shot. Alright, well, until we get some damage up, I don't know how much that'll really help us. At least I don't have to be so precise anymore. That's the main thing. So, we'll see how this goes. We'll check out the secret room. Yeah, some coins. Thought so. Tinted rocks are always pretty good to deal with. You also want to try and get some health ups as Eve as well. It's helpful. And if you can't really get some health ups, then this is a nice room. Triple shot can at least make it easier. I can possibly hit the grandfather flies twice, maybe. I don't know. Pills. Nice, more spirit hearts. So I might be able to actually survive past basement 2 this time. We'll see what happens. But so far, you know, I haven't been getting very lucky run-wise. Yes, Eve is definitely a very hard character to use. It can take a while to even effectively use her. But considering we have the X-ray glasses, we can basically use our bombs for tinted rocks from now on out. Which is beautiful. I'll grab a key for the shop, which we'll check out after this. Excuse me, don't chase after me. So in the span of one basement 2, we have gotten up like 6 spirit hearts, which is insane. Now, in terms of trying to get the damage list achievements as Eve, no. Eve is a horrible character to try and get the damage list achievements with. Ow. Please actually attack Sloth. Okay, so I think a decently easy way to deal with Sloth is to not defeat the any of the enemies until he's defeated, because he can only spawn like 3, I believe. Ow. I believe. May as well take Bob's Rotten Head, because it's an item, I can use it for a little bit at least. Alright, worth checking out the shop, I feel, because we have 11, it's possible we could have a cheap item in here. No. Compass would be nice though, but obviously we're not going to see the compass again, so that's fun. Hopefully we can get a tarot card that gives us something good. You are not a nice boss to use thingy against. So, Steve will give me more attack. So, Bob's Rotten Head is a very powerful move. Ow! Thanks for that. Alright, we'll grab little Steve. That'll give us a bit more firepower moving into Caves 1. I'm still so weak. I really need some sort of damage up or else we're not getting very far. Alright. We're gonna check out that. Because we're really starting to get to a point now where, you know, you'd still be pretty decent damage-wise in terms of, like, literally every other character. But Eve just, you know, isn't. Well, we found the boss anyway, so we can fight the boss if we want to. We got a tarot card for our efforts. The moon. I forgot what that does. Crap, I keep forgetting what items do. That takes me to the secret room. Alright. I suppose up's a good direction to go. Little Steve does make dealing with those guys easier. As does Triple Shot, actually, because then I don't have to be so precise with it. I can just, like, you know, stand at a slight angle. It'll make it a bit easier to deal with. Anyway. More pills. Nice. See, there's nothing I could do about that. There comes the dead bird, he's back out. Item. Oh, we got another attacking enemy. Little Chad. Oh no, sorry, that's not attacking. That'll give me hearts when I don't need them. Please, next time, Little Chad, actually give me hearts. Ow. Alright, well, at least we had 2 red ones in that room, so that's not hard to deal with. Yeah, give me a nice, beautiful one. I'll get out my dead bird. Alright, well, we can get an extra key for our efforts, and we can check out the shop. I mean, battery could be useful later on, but it really depends on if we get a good spacebar item. Right now, we don't really have a good spacebar item. And Little Chad's kind of just there. I mean, he hasn't given me any hearts yet. Ah, right. See, why did it take you like 5 rooms to actually give me a heart? And I don't even need it. I've still got 2 spirit hearts that I've yet to get through yet. Okay. Probably worth... Ow. Why do you hide? That's annoying. Alright. Alright, well, worth getting the chest. Anyway, because it's a nice, decent... pills. Cool. Alright, we got some sort of defense. Is there a... Oh, there's you. Right, yeah, well, I don't have enough to effectively make use of you, so I'll just blow you up. Alright. Well, I mean, like, so far... decent enough, I guess, but... Oh, alright. So, we haven't actually fought this guy yet. This is the alternate version of Chub, called Chad. How he works is he'll get smaller. I don't think he'll actually spawn any more enemies, but he'll gradually get smaller the more we damage him. Unfortunately, that also means he'll get faster. He spawns other things. But the more we damage him, the faster he'll get. And the smaller he'll get as well. So he'll get faster and smaller. But effectively, he's basically a faster, harder Chub. That's what he's called. Chub. He's basically a harder, faster Chub. We didn't even get a little Chub from him because we already had him. Alright, we'll make a devil deal. Use your board. We've got some special, unique tiers. So we can now fire through things. So yeah, we'll grab that health and we'll use it immediately. Alright. On to Caves 2. So, basically we can snipe these guys off from back here. Damage-wise, we're still crap, but so this is a green Larry Jr. I've seen these every now and then. Another one? Really? Ow. Get some range, beautiful. Get a spirit heart. Let's see if we can get anything from these. Things, which I don't think we got anything. Yeah. We can enter our secret room right here. But we have a nice, lovely room to deal with. I'm too fast for this type of room. See what I mean? Too fast. So, okay. Contact damage is 1 from both of these guys. Get surrounded in a corner. I hate these enemies sometimes. I'm so weak that I'm barely being able to deal with them. Oh, you bloody bastard. Eve is just so... It's just... Honestly, Eve is such a pain to use. Like, efficiently. Because she's so weak. She's just so weak to start off with. She doesn't get anything good. She's just kind of there. So we got Necronomicon. That was added to our collection. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I did 3 runs and none of them got past caves. That's a testament to how hard Eve is to use, when I can like pretty easily get past like basement and caves with basically every other character. But like Eve is she's just so difficult to use. Because, you know, low health, low attack, high speed is her only like redeeming aspect. In the fact that she has the Whore of Babylon, which only really works if she has low health, and which is very high risk playstyle that Eve has. Like you gotta consider, do I take damage to use the dead bird? Do I take enough damage to get to Babylon mode, or do I, you know, stick with it? Like that's the kind of thing that you've got to consider when you're playing Eve, because it's just so hard to effectively play as her, because she's just so weak generally. Like you really have to consider, do I take enough damage to go into Babylon mode, in which I have much more attack power, but I'm 1 hit away from death. Like, so that's the kind of thing you have to think about. Anyway, so that being said, that's going to be it for this episode of Isaac. It was a horrible episode. We didn't really get anywhere at all. I still got to beat the game with Eve at some points, so we can get a couple more items added to our list. Added to our secrets, mainly. But yeah, so anyway, until then, until the next episode, which I don't know who I'll play as for the next episode. I will see you all in the next episode.